Welcome to the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, where we bring you a weekly dose of powerlifting news, tips, and training advice with a touch of 80s rock ballads. This podcast is presented by Team Rohr Powerlifting, your source of the most comprehensive coaching and meet day preparation. Here are your hosts, Josh Rohr and Laura Sturm.
Welcome to episode 230. How are you, Josh?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. It's crazy how quick it came up.
It always does,
It
doesn't
always
it?
does.
Just look away for a second, and you're like, oh, how did this happen?
Yeah, it's crazy. So yeah, we're like last minute Christmas shopping and Hope did most of it, but we had to go buy wrapping paper today
Ah,
and stuff like that.
yeah, I've got all my Christmas shopping done, but I do all my grocery shopping at Walmart, which is unfortunate because I don't like going there. I always feel more dumb going into Walmart, and then like right now it is packed.
Yeah.
So
they do, at least ours does like a pickup. You can like schedule it to be picked up. So that's what we're doing. So like we don't
yeah,
have to go in and actually shop.
we have delivery out here now.
Ooh, fancy
Isn't that
pants.
crazy? I know,
Yeah.
right? I love that.
Welcome to
Don't
welcome to 2020.
2026.
5.
Well, well, when you live in the sticks, this is, we haven't had delivery. Like things are changing. I'm not as much in the sticks, I guess. So
Yeah.
anyway,
True. Anyway, IDFPA Worlds in South Korea happened 2 weeks ago. We haven't done an episode, so we haven't had a chance to really recap. And I've been in Ohio. We got back late Sunday night, and I'm still just like trying to get back on track with everything. But the Team Rohr lifters did amazing. And I want to first shout out the coaches that were there to help out, because without them, like, you know how it is without the coaches, especially as an equipped lifter, like things just don't run smooth. So Wade Johnson went and basically led the crew out there coaching wise, made sure everybody was taken care of and coordinated all the other coaches. Cameron Barlow stepped in last minute to help with some knee wraps and stuff when one of the other people that were going to go couldn't make it. He did a good job. John Price, Katie Dodge's husband, or as what I heard, he introduced himself to Gwen as Mr. Dodge,
I love that.
which is funny. Yeah, Gwen lifted and then she helped coach the equip session, and then her husband Alex Cook helped coach. Joe House lifted and also helped coach, and then Paulie Steinman, the new USAPL president, he wasn't assigned to help our lifters specifically. He was there just to help anybody at the meet that needed it, but he stepped in a few times just to help get everybody squared away, especially like during squats with the knee wrapping and rolling wraps and timing of everything. It's pretty chaotic. So I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty nervous not being there. Like, I'm always there for that. So I knew Wade was capable and could coordinate it all, and he did, but you're still nervous when you're not there.
Yeah, that's awesome that Wade was able to go. Man.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was good. But our lifters, so we'll just kind of go down through the list in the order of lifting, I guess. So Joe House, he went 9 for 9. He squatted 162.5, benched 132.5, deadlifted 215, which was an American record deadlift, and he totaled 510, which broke the American record total that has stood since March of 2002.
Wow.
So
That's
that was
M4.
so that was a big, big total, because like I said, it's been there since 2002, which was the year I started powerlifting. So it's been around for a long, long time, and nobody has broken it. So he got
Wow.
first in the Masters for 90 kilo class. So pretty excited for him. He did a really good job. Amy Pancake, she went 3 for 9, one squat, one bench, one deadlift, but she went 155, 85, 165, and a 405 total. She got first place in the Masters 275 kilo class. So well off of her best total, well off of what her strength level was in training. And, it's just why you show up to compete, right? Because traveling to Korea, like the food's different, the time's different. You still got to show up. So even though it wasn't one of her best days individually, she still won. She won Worlds. So I guess not too bad, right?
Right. Then we had Laura Sterland, who went 7 for 9. She had a 175 squat kilos, 110 kilo bench, 182.5 deadlift for a total of 467.5. And she got first place in the 82.5 kilo M3 class. Awesome.
Yep. Katie Dodge went 8 for 8. She passed her third squat because she had been dealing with some back issues, so she didn't push it. Her numbers were significantly lower than what she's capable of, but again, she did what she had to do to win. She went 190 in a squat, 147.5 in the bench, 185 deadlift, and 522.5 total, and she got first place in the 100 kilo Masters One class.
Awesome.
Yep.
And then we had Elaine Ostrander, who went 7 for 9. She had a 92.5 squat, 35 kilo bench, 125 kilo deadlift for a total of 252.5. And she took first place in the 100 kilo M3.
Yep. And then Gwen Cook was our last lifter. She lifted on Friday, I think it was. But she went 7 for 9. She had a 92.5 kilo squat, a 55 kilo bench, 117.5 deadlift, and a 265 kilo total. And she got second in the 75 kilo M3s. So overall, was that five golds and one silver at Worlds. Uh, yeah,
Well, I mean, that's pretty
we'll,
good for
we'll take it.
a team, right?
Yeah.
That's sick.
Here's the
Sick.
crazy part. Here's my favorite part. So they did best lifter awards for each age division, so like Masters ones, Masters twos, etc. And we kind of have a clean sweep, I guess you can say. So on the women's side, Katie Dodge was the best lifter in the Masters one. Amy Pancake was the best lifter in the Masters two. Laura Sterling was the best lifter in the Masters three. And then on the men's side, Joe House was the best lifter in the Masters four. So
Amazing.
pretty amazing. Yeah. So here's the weird part. So the last few years they've been using age dots for the best lifters for the Pro Series because all the Masters divisions are competing against each other. But how it works at Worlds is it's just straight up dots for each age division because that's the age division you're competing in. And they had lifting casts set up incorrectly during the meet, so it was scoring the best lifters by age adjusted dots. So initially it actually showed Joe House as second best lifter in the M4, but they've corrected it after the fact, and now it's showing Joe as the best lifter of M4. So that got me curious. What other lifters were affected by the change?
Huh.
So I kind of went through and did all the math and everything, which, I'm a nerd, so whatever. So there were 5 age divisions that actually had a shakeup in the top 3 best lifter rankings, and they gave awards for the top 3 best lifters in each age division. So I don't know if they're going to switch out the like mail the medals back or the awards back and switch them out or not. It kind of stinks for those that obviously are giving it up, but it's also like the people that didn't get awarded their rightful award should have.
Yeah.
So anyway, here's the shakeups. In the female Raw Masters 3 best lifters, the first and second place didn't change, but the third place it changed from Tammy Remsburg to Heidi Johnson. So
Mm.
Heidi Johnson is actually the third place best lifter. And then, the male equipped M4 best lifters. Jeff Hughes was originally first. Joe House was second, but those two just got switched. So Joe's first and Jeff is second. The men's Raw Masters 1, first and second are the same, but Matt Swanson was originally third, but Mark Lainert is actually the correct third place finisher there. And the men's Raw Masters 2, the first place stays the same, but second place changes from Donovan Thompson to Robert Gronko. And third place, Robert Gronko is actually Minwan Zhang from China. So Robert moved from third to second. Donovan went from second to not even top 3. And then Minwan Yang is third, and he wasn't originally ranked. The Masters 3 men's Raw best lifters, it's the same 3. It's just the order changes. So it was originally Matt Muka Grosso, Jeff Phillips, Edgar Drake, but the correct order is actually Jeff Phillips is first, Edgar Drake is second, and Matt Muka Grosso is third. So kind of sucks that things got switched around there, and I don't know why. So I actually texted, because I'm nosy and can't stay hands off. As soon as I saw that, like the very first session of day one, I won't say who I texted. I texted a few people and they said that they would take care of it. And they did, but it didn't get actually changed in lifting cast until after the meet was over. So that was kind of
Oh,
unfortunate if people were actually using that as the calculations for best lifter. And that only affected the masters because again the open lifters are all by dots regardless.
right.
So it was just some of the masters lifters, and it didn't. Like I said, it was only five of those divisions were affected, and there's actually about 20 masters divisions
Mm,
that did not get affected. At least the top three didn't get affected. There were some changes like down the line, but there was no awards given out for
mm,
those.
right.
So anyway, so I'm not sure what they're going to do with that, if they're going to fix it or not. But all I know is from our standpoint, Joe House ended up as the Masters 4 best lifter now. So we'll take
Right.
it.
So, yeah, exactly.
Uh,
Yeah, that's really unfortunate that it happened because it's like I had a meet where I was the meet director and something happened in our scoring system that got screwed up and I gave out the wrong second place trophy and you would have thought that, I don't know, all hell had broke loose with this lifter's reaction emailing me later, which I apologized for. I sent her a medal, but you can't undo the standing on the podium and smiling. Like you can't undo that. And I
right.
felt bad with like one lifter having that happen too. This is hmm,
Yeah, this
really
is a few, and
unfortunate.
and at that high level too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the part I don't know why it wasn't switched earlier because I know they were aware of it earlier because Nosy Josh sent a text message to multiple
Good on
people
you, Nosy Josh.
and got a response during session one on Thursday.
Mm,
So so either they could have done one of two things. They could have just left it as is and not awarded it the way it really should have been,
mm,
or they could have corrected it like right off the bat. But regardless, it looks like they've changed it after the fact, so it looks like they're gonna. My assumption is they're gonna figure out the coordination of sending the awards back and to the correct person. I don't know.
right.
I actually have no idea if they will or not, but
Mm,
that's the assumption.
right. Oh
So.
boy.
Yeah, oh boy. So, just out of curiosity, for my own sake, because everything is done by age dots for the Pro Series stuff, this isn't an award. They didn't announce these, but I went ahead and did the math to see who the top three finishers would have been if it was just straight up by age dots. If this was like a Pro Series final, for example.
Mm,
So, how the placings would have gone if it was a Pro Series final, the women's Raw Masters overall, and this is again M1 through M Infinity, basically. It's all the Masters
mm,
competing together. First place would have been Rachel Prados from the US. She was a Masters one lifter. Second place would have been Loifo from the Netherlands. She was an M2 lifter. And third place was Heather Foss from the USA. She's an M1. So that would have been your top three lifters in the Pro Series final if this was a Pro Series final.
mm,
I don't know if anybody even cares about this, but this stuff's interesting to me because it pits all the masters against each other, regardless of age.
mm,
And in the women's equip masters, first place would have been Laura Sterland. She was an M3 from the US. Second place was Cindy Goodrich from the US as an M3. And then third place was Amy Pancake. She's an M2. And if we would have kept going, fourth place would have been Katie Dodge. So Team Rohr had three out of the top four best overall
mm.
masters lifters at that meet. So pretty cool.
Not bragging, but
I mean,
bragging.
just stating facts.
Facts, not feelings. I love it.
Right, right.
So men's Raw Masters overall would have been first place David Brown from the US in M1, Brian McMaster from Australia as an M5. What? People still lift as an M5? Good on you, Brian. Love it. And in third place, Elgin Garnett from the USA is an M1. That would have been if there were a Pro Series.
Right.
And as the men's equipped masters overall, if it were a Pro Series. Josh, you geek, I love this. First place would have been Gary Pamplin, USA, in M3, Jeff Hughes, USA, M4, and Joe House, another Team Rohr lifter, just saying, USA as an M4.
Yeah. So that's the crazy part for like the M4s in this one, because like by age adjusted dots, Jeff Hughes beats Joe House, but by straight up dots, Joe House beat Jeff Hughes.
Huh.
So that's why it's like a little bit crazy
Interesting.
because
Yeah, right.
the age division is 70 to 79 for the M4. So Joe's a young 70.
Hmm.
Jeff is a experienced 70.
Vintage.
Vintage, yeah. So he gets a bigger bump on the age coefficient, even though in the division you're just competing straight up. That's why it
Ah,
was kind of crazy like that. But yeah, so those are the ones that got changed. Those are if this were the Pro Series finals, those would have been your top three overalls. And yeah. So one other thing, again, being a complete nerd like I am, I just was looking through the best lifter awards and the open best lifter in the women's Raw division, the third and fourth place was separated by, I don't know, it's the fourth decimal. Is that the hundredth or the thousandth?
thousand.
So the third place best lifter was Erica Enaruse. She had a 496.9358, and the fourth place was Demetria Thaden with a 496.9355. So 0.0003 difference in dots points separated third and fourth.
Holy crap.
And I think this wasn't coincidence because Demetria was a 48 kilo lifter and Erica was an 82.5 kilo lifter. So she lifted later. So she did the math to figure out what exactly she had to do. And the crazy part, so they had to have actually calculated this or they just got extremely lucky. But Lifting Cast only shows 3 decimal points. So if you look it up on Lifting Cast, that
Oh,
shows them with the exact same dot score. So you actually have to
wow.
do the math and go down further along the line to figure out the difference in dots points, which to me is I'm like all excited talking about it, but it's crazy how close that was. I've never seen a dot score that close before
Right?
from two
You are
different weight
such a
classes. Like
geek.
I've seen the same a same dot score where two lifters weighed in the same and totaled the same. Obviously, they're going to have the exact same dot score, but I've never seen a dot score that close from lifters
Hmm.
separated by that much body weight.
Right. That's
So
really crazy. So what would have happened if they were both exactly the same?
So my assumption is it'd be the lifter that got it first. So it would have
Hmm.
been Demetria. It would be my assumption because
Hmm.
anytime there's a tie and the body weight's the same, the winner goes to the lifter that achieved the total first. So I assume that that would also be the case for the dot score and best lifter. Whoever achieved that dot score first would be the winner. Would be
Hmm.
my assumption.
Interesting.
I don't know that that's actually in the rule book because I don't know that that's ever come up as a scenario, but
Right. Why would it?
because typically you would think the only time the dot score would be exactly the same is if it's two lifters in the same weight class and the same total,
Right.
and that already is taken care of and who wins. But two different weight classes like that, so yeah, I assume that's the case. Just whoever got the dot score first, but in this case, point three, no, 0.0003 dots points higher was Erica.
There you go.
There you go. All right, so that's Worlds recap in a long. I'm sure everybody's like turning it off by now. Like, I am so sick of hearing Josh talk about numbers and dots. Like, just get over it.
Mm. You are
Anyway,
such the math geek to go down. Did you actually did this math yourself, like with a calculator?
not necessarily. I just downloaded the results from Lifting Cast into Excel, so I could just sort
Right.
it. I could sort everything by dots. I could sort everything by age dots, and then I could sort
Right.
everybody by overall by age
So
dots.
you
So
had your spreadsheet do all this math and got it
yes.
down to the thousandths. I can't even say it. Thousandths
Well,
place
there
decimal.
was no math in there because like on the export into Excel, it goes like 8 decimal places
Oh,
automatically.
okay. Gotcha,
Lifting
gotcha.
Cast just
Okay,
shortens it. So
gotcha.
yeah, so that information is
Wow.
in Lifting Cast. It's just the display only goes 3 decimal points.
Hmm. Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
You're a geek. It's
I
true.
am a geek. That's right.
Yeah. So the Georgia State Championship is coming up, and the regular registration closes on 12/31. Get it in. And then the late registration closes on 1/7 of 26. So not long after that. Boy, that's kind of close actually. So you might as well just get it in before 12/31,
Yeah, you
I
only
would
have a
think.
week. You only have a
Yeah.
basically it's like for everybody that missed their deadline, they get a week to pay an extra fee to get in.
Yeah. Don't do
But the
that.
crazy
No.
part, there's only 105 lifters signed up. And I'd say about half of our team is signed up. So,
Hmm.
you know, get signed up. So they open registration for out of state lifters like middle of December. So currently there's 9 guest lifters, which are, out of state lifters that can't actually compete for medals. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know why the registration is so low if people are just being lazy or slow or if there's just legit going to be a small meet this year, but I'm still convinced people are going to take a run at this like signing up last minute because like I said, I know half of our lifters are not signed up yet and I know they're doing it. So
All right. So if you're a Georgia lifter and you're planning to lift in the Georgia State Championship, register.
yeah, because what's going to happen,
Just
like
force.
people are going to be like, oh, there's plenty of spaces, and then everybody's going to start signing up, just like it happened with Raw Nationals 2 years ago, and it's going to actually sell out, and then there's going to be people that are like pissed off they didn't get in. It's like, well, I don't feel bad for you because like you literally had months to register, and you just waited to the last minute. That's
Months,
on you.
right?
Anyway,
And in other news, we had a Team Rohr marriage. No, wait. Yeah.
yeah.
Sorry, I just made that awkward.
Yeah. So Olivia Vilea got married. Her and Warren Erling. He was on our team for a while. He's always around helping coach too. But they got married, I think on 12/12. So congratulations to them. And Olivia has officially changed her name. She is now Olivia Erling. I don't know if this is public information or not, but that's what it's on her Instagram. And I asked her directly if she was changing her name, and she said yes. So I'm not sure if I'm supposed to advertise all that, but we are excited for them, and I'm saying it anyway. So deal with it.
Deal with it. Well, congratulations to Olivia and Warren. That's awesome.
Yeah,
So we have a powerlifting situation. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You have a big workout this week, but all you have to eat are Christmas cookies because you're Santa and you just came down the chimney, I guess. What kinds are you taking to the gym to fuel your workout? Hmm.
So this is different than what are your favorite Christmas cookies? This is what are you taking to fuel your workouts? So
Hmm.
if I have to choose, I'm taking oatmeal raisin and I'm taking just straight sugar cookie. The combination of the two.
Mm. Okay. Wrong.
Okay. Damn.
Um, so my sister makes this pinwheel cookie. It's like, do you know what Italian cookie is? Have you
No.
ever had Italian cookie? All right, so there's these Italian cookies made at Italian bakeries. Specifically, I had these in New England when I grew up there. So good. I love Italian cookies. Super hard to find now. But these cookies that she makes are like a butter cookie, and they resemble an Italian cookie in that they're like multicolored with this pinwheel, and then they have what we call jimmies, which are sprinkles for everyone else on the side of it. Oh, so good. So that's what everyone should eat before a
So
big workout.
nutritionally, how is that? So I didn't ask what's the best tasting cookie. I asked
Mm.
what are you taking to fuel your workout?
It's going to fuel your workout, man.
Is it?
It is because they're big
Okay.
and they're full of
What's
sugar. And yeah, I mean, nutritionally, no. I mean,
Got it. Okay. So
whatever. I'm just saying wrong.
pinwheel
Good stuff.
cookies from
I think they're called
Laura.
champagne cookies or something, but
Champagne
I don't know
cookies.
why because they don't have champagne in them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if anybody ever is like, wow, I know of a great Italian bakery in the Atlanta area, please reach out and tell me because I have yet to find one.
Hmm.
I miss it. Anyway, we have a new lifter tip. Here it is. It's okay to enjoy a holiday treat if you want one. It's also okay to not partake just because everyone else is.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I mean, eggnog, perfect example. Disgusting. Don't
Yeah.
don't be peer pressured into eggnog. It's not worth it.
Yeah. So sometimes I accept the eggnog just because it comes with ice cream and I like ice cream. But eggnog by itself, I'm not a big fan. My
Mm,
family makes it with ice cream. Gave
yeah,
me that look like it's weird.
yeah, I would agree. It's weird.
Oh, oh, okay.
That's
But yeah, point is like, it's your body, it's your life. Like if you don't want to put that junk in your body, you don't have to just because everybody else is. But on the flip side, one cookie's probably not going to kill you.
mm, a dozen, you know. Will
It
also not kill
doesn't
you.
will also not kill you, but that may be going down a different road. All right, so that's our powerlifting situation and new lifter tip. Obviously, both of them were kind of lazy this week. We used Christmas as a cop out, but fun fact: we were in Ohio this past week for celebrating Christmas with family, and for those of you that don't know, I play fantasy football with my college friends, and we get together every year. We're 18 years straight running now, getting together at the holidays with our college friends. But we do have a punishment for the person that finishes last every year in fantasy football. And last year that was me. And one of the guys in the group owns a Dairy Queen in Westerville, Ohio. And traditionally the punishment has been you have to hold a sign in the drive-through, like, you know, and just whatever. Well, I live in Atlanta. I'm the only one. Everybody else is in Ohio. So I've been like trying to find places and stuff to do the sign and the punishment. It just has to be in a public place for like 20 minutes or something like that. But it's like this is really sad because like you're done. It's kind of fun when your friends are around making fun of you. But if I'm just like some random guy standing on a corner of the street by myself, it's just really sad.
It's
So
funny.
anyway, long story short, I have just put it off, and went up there for Christmas, and they had made a sign for me, and they said I had to do it up there, which was fine. However, it happened to be, instead of doing it in the summer, like everybody else has done it, I think it was like 12 degrees, 25-mile-an-hour winds, and snowing. So
Oh,
just trying to hold the sign was hard because the wind kept trying to blow it out of my hands. Oh, and I had to do an hour because I took so long to fulfill the punishment. So instead of 20 minutes, I had to do an hour. So
ooh,
it was actually great. I had a blast. Everybody driving by so I didn't stand in the drive-through. I actually stood on the corner of the road and got because there's a traffic light there, so like I got everybody stopping. There's a couple people that were trying not to make eye contact with me. I forced the eye contact. I just kind of like stood in front of them a little bit until they looked at me, and then they started laughing when they realized what it was. But halfway through, they did bring me an
oh,
ice cream cone as well. So I stood there on the corner in 12-degree windy weather eating an ice cream cone. Had a great time. The kicker of all of it is they brought out a newspaper guy who took pictures and put it in the local paper. And basically, the caption is just talks about Josh Rohr being a loser, and that's really all it is. It's funny. I had a blast. I'm still laughing about it, but the reporter person was a nice touch that I was not expecting.
that is freaking amazing.
Yeah.
That is the best thing I've ever heard of. And I saw your picture on Facebook with that, and it looked like a news story. And I was like, that must be AI that put that together. That's not a real news story. Oh my gosh, it's a real news story.
It's real. And that
That's
was the
awesome.
entire that was the entirety of it. Like there's no more explanation. It's just like one or two sentences about how I was a loser and finished last in my and like no context even. It's just like this is just sharing information. Everybody, this guy's a loser at fantasy football. Next article.
Oh, oh my gosh, that is friggin' brilliant. Is it
Yeah.
a paper like
So it's
hard
actually just all
copy?
no, it's all digital. It's
All
so the
digital.
guy that does it, he calls it my final photo, and basically since 2004, he's posted one photo every day of something different, and he calls it my final photo. If I die tonight, this will be the last photo I ever took, or something like that. Like it's his little caption, and literally every single day since 2004, he's posted a picture, and it's on this like I guess it's more of a blog, but there's also a Facebook group for like the city of Westerville that most of the city follows. And I checked the comments on that, and there's like all kinds of there's like 50 comments from people like this, I don't know, just whatever, ranging from great job, way to honor your commitment to don't gamble. Like,
So the link to that will be in
uh,
our podcast notes.
yeah, I'll put it in the podcast
Yeah, yeah,
episode
you should,
notes.
you should, because it's amazing.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
Voluntold.
Yeah.
Well, Josh, I hope you do better next year. I think it's amazing.
So I did
that
do
your
better
friends
because
did
that's the
that.
crazy part is like the fantasy football playoffs are already happening this year. And I made the playoffs this year and lost in the first round. So I'm guaranteed not to finish last because I made the playoffs. So
Phew.
somebody else, will be last this year, but it's not me.
Congratulations on not being last.
Yeah. Thanks. Means a lot.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
Well, I'm glad you you got the opportunity to stand out in the cold and eat a ice cream cone with a sign in front of you for an hour,
Yeah,
talking about how much of a loser you were.
yeah, it was good. So I wasn't, so that's the crazy part too, is like it was like mid 50s the day before and like mid 50s the day after, but that specific day it was like 12 degrees and windy and snowy. So when I got there I didn't have quite the clothes for it. So the guy, my buddy that I'm staying with, he has like a high school son, a couple, well, two high school sons, but one, basically I was staying in his room. So I just went through his closet and like raided his socks, his long sleeve shirts, hat and everything. And then told him about it. I'm like, hey, by the way, I'm taking these. And he's like, what?
Deal
Like,
with it. I'm going to be
don't ask
cold.
questions. Yeah. But I was actually pretty warm. It was nice. It was good.
Oh, well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Merry Christmas, Josh.
Merry
And
Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody. We will talk to you all next week. Question mark.
yes,
All right.
yes, we will.
All right. Good deal. Well, thanks for listening. Have a Merry Christmas, everybody. Later.
Bye now.
And just a friendly reminder, if you are looking for science-based powerlifting programming, look no further than the Team Rohr training app. You can find the link to it in the episode description and also get 25% off of your first month using discount code, all capital, PL Ballads Podcast. Happy training.
Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed today's episode of the Powerlifting and Power Ballads podcast, please remember to subscribe and share it with your friends.